From Whitesville, Kentucky, it is the final game of the opening day of the 3rd Region Tournament as the Grayson County Cougars, champions of the 12th District, take on the Meade County Green Wave, runners-up from the 11th. And a good evening and welcome to a overcast, windy, late May Monday evening here from Whitesville Community Park here in downtown Whitesville, Kentucky for the 3rd Region Baseball Tournament on K105. Sam Gormley with you today. We thank you for joining us for today's Hometown Hangout Locker Room show as Grayson County looks for their first win in the 3rd Region Tournament since 2014. Meade County looking for their first since 2022, but it's the first time these two squads have matched up in the Region Baseball Tournament since 2011. Cougars and Green Wave coming up on our Locker Room show, brought to you by our friends at Hometown Hangout. Make sure to stop by and see them before, during, and after every Grayson County game. Stay tuned for more to come about maybe some stuff that we're going to be partnering with them as well as the game goes along. But we will introduce you to both of these squads. We'll have a special pregame talk, and we'll have the starting lineups. That comes up and more right here on K105.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMaster for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family. Close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, Kentucky's law enforcement is ready and willing to help you start your recovery journey. The KSP Angel Initiative is a voluntary program that connects Kentuckians with addiction recovery resources. All you need to do is visit your local KSP post and tell a trooper that you need help. You can also call the KY Help Call Center at 833-8KY-HELP or visit findhelpnowky.org to begin your recovery journey.
We had a delayed start, but Grayson County and Meade County are inching closer towards getting underway here this evening from Whitesville, Kentucky. Winner will play scheduled tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. against Owensboro High School. Will be the matchup for that game. We get to see whether it be a Grayson County or it will be Meade County in that game. Cougars going to go with Gage Napier as the starting pitcher. He's been really good this year for the Cougars. 10 starts, an ERA just above 1. Pitched pretty well in the district championship. Battled through some control issues at times, but closed very strong. And I know the Cougars have very high expectations for Gage here today as he's walking down from the Whitesville Trinity bullpen right now, getting closer to getting underway for him. He will be matched up against the Meade County starting pitcher. That is going to be Aiden Bratcher, the senior. It'll be his 8th start of the season, an ERA just above 2, 60 strikeouts and 35.2 innings pitched. He's got good speed, and Grayson County is going to be ready to hit the ball. And he's got some good movement, and he will strike some batters out. So Grayson's going to have to find that balance today with the bats. Now, the pro is if you're Grayson County, you're playing a team in Meade County that is not an offensive powerhouse. You know, you see some teams in these region tournaments where you have to worry 1 through 9 about each batter. And Meade is a solid offensive team, but they're not an elite offensive team. that's something that could hopefully play into Grayson County's advantage if Gage Napier is at his best here tonight, which you would hope that he is as the Grayson County ace. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have our pregame talk. Briley Napier joins us, and also assistant coach Nick Beeler. So it's Beeler and Briley next here on K105.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Welcome back to our Locker Room Show, brought to you by Hometown Hangout here on K105. We have a special edition of our pregame talk with Briley and Beeler, too. He's been coerced into finally joining, because wasn't pregame your idea to begin with this season?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure Coach Nutt just loves you for that, too, doesn't he?
Oh, he loves it. He didn't want to do it at all.
District championship, we'll start with you, Bradley, on Thursday, as they're throwing T-shirts at you right now. Yeah. You had the win against Edmonson County, and you won going away 11-1. How did that help the confidence?
I mean, it felt great to really just take care of business, get out of there pretty quick. We did what we had to do.
I'll go to you now, Beeler. Saturday morning, you find out Meade County's the opponent. What was kind of the first reaction from the coaching staff?
We like the draw. Gage gives us a really good chance on the mound to win the game against them, so we'll see what happens.
Offensively, when you get to build off of back-to-back double-digit run games, you get 10 runs, you get 11 runs, how does it help moving into a game where you might just need one to win?
It helps with confidence for sure, but we also have to make sure we take a step back and realize that we're probably not putting up 11 or 12 runs this game, and that we have to be able to manufacture 2 or 3 runs, because that might be all it takes to win here today.
I know one of your main jobs is dealing with pitching and so on, especially with Gage. The first inning has always been kind of the step that he needs to get past. If things go poorly in the first inning tonight, how does he get past that?
He's done a really good job this year. In years past, he's had trouble in the first inning. He's kind of came out of that a little bit this year. He's a pitcher that as the game goes on, he gets a lot stronger. So if we can play strong behind him, I think we'll be fine.
Grayson County tonight has played a lot more games at this stadium than Meade County has, and the best part is they've won a lot of them. Does that matter, or am I a media guy reading too much into this?
It probably doesn't matter, but I'm sure that Meade County is used to their real nice, expensive turf, and I can tell you what, Whitesville does not have real nice, expensive turf, so maybe it will come into play. Who knows? What do you see from Meade County, and what do you know about it, Beeler?
They pitch it really well. They don't hit quite as well as some of the other teams, but they're sneaky.
Briley, you never got the chance to win a region tournament game while you were there. It's been since 2014.
Yeah.
How does this team snap that 11-year drought and advance to hopefully a game tomorrow night, even though Mother Nature might not allow for it?
Right. Yeah, it's been a while. These guys, I think winning district is a big deal. I really do. But these guys really, ever since before the district tournament started, were talking about how they just wanted to win a game at region. That was kind of their end game goal, and win a game and go from there. They need to come out and they have to play clean defense, and we got to be able to put the ball in play and limit the strikeouts.
Best of luck, guys.
Thank you.
That has been the Locker Room Show, brought to you by Hometown Hangout here on K105.
Hey, Kentucky high school senior, are you into having the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship you can use towards your in-state college, trade school, or certification program? If so, listen up. Participate in the I'm In College Acceptance Video Challenge, and you could have your video selected for a statewide TV commercial, as well as the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship. Are you in? Find out more today by visiting gearupky.org/video. That's gearupky.org/video.
Thanks to your support, the nonprofits VetTix and First Tix have given away tens of millions of tickets and counting to vets currently serving military, the immediate family of troops killed in action, and our brave current and former first responders. These tickets are a meaningful way to say thank you to America's heroes. And now we want you to be part of the mission. Got extra tickets to concerts, games, or special events? Or want to see if you qualify? We want you to go to vettix.org and firsttix.org today. Give something to those who gave.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at mda.org today.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Welcome back here to Whitesville Community Park, Grayson County and Meade County. Getting ready to get underway in the third region quarterfinals. Three teams have already punched their ticket into the semis. That is Owensboro Catholic, and Breckenridge County. Grayson County is trying to become the fourth team to advance to tomorrow evening's games that are scheduled here for Whitesville Community Park. It is an uncharacteristically cool Monday evening. I've done some of these region tournament games where it is smoking hot, and right now it is 72 degrees and it's quite windy, and the wind is been swirling and at times blowing very hard in here from right field. And we are stationed, they have brought in a trailer, and we're stationed probably about, just beyond the outfield grass down the third base line on a trailer up on the second deck. I'm a decent ways away from home plate, and let's just hope there are no balls played behind the dish, because I have a blind spot and cannot see that from where we are. Luckily, other than that, though, if it's hit the left field, hit the third, I got as good an angle out of anybody on those. Right now, the head coaches, Justin Ambergy and Jody Nuts, are meeting at the plate. They're giving the starting lineups, so I guess that means we should give the starting lineups as well. For Meade County, with a record of 19-10, they finished 3-3 in 11th district play. Leading off will be the designated hitter, Grayson Rhodes. Batting second in left field, Lucas Hale. The 3-hole hitter will be the starting pitcher, Aiden Bratcher. Batting fourth at first base is Austin Stansbury. The 5th-hole hitter will be the shortstop, Josiah Pierce. Batting sixth and catching is Gavin Brown. The 7-hole hitter will be the second baseman, Tristan Cockrell. Batting eighth at third is John Honecker. Batting ninth in center is Jeffrey Johnson. Talon Ledford will play right field as the flex player. Once more, that lineup for Meade County is Rhodes, the DH, Hale in left, Bradsher pitching, Stansbury at first, Pierce at short, Brown the catcher, and the latter third of Cockrell at second, Honaker at third, and Johnson as the center fielder. Ledford will be in right. Now the lineup for the Grayson County Cougars, 15-13, perfect 8-0 in 12th district play, and champions of district number 12 for the third straight season. Leading off will be the shortstop Chase Balnock. Batting second and catching Landon Haycraft. The 3-hole hitter will be the third baseman Levi Rogers. Batting fourth, the designated hitters Cam Fulkerson. Batting fifth and left, Garrett Bradley. The 6-hole hitter will be the right fielder Jet Hawkins. Batting seventh, the starting pitcher is the junior Gage Napier. Batting eighth at first base is Jake Bradsher. And batting ninth in center field is Grayson Chaffins. Case Rogers will be the flex and be at second base. Once more, that lineup for Grayson County: Balnock at short, Haycraft catching, Rogers at third, Fulkerson the DH, Bradley in left, Hawkins in right, Napier the starting pitcher, Bradsher at first, and Chaffins in center, with Case Rogers being at second base. Jody Nutt looking for his first win in the region tournament as a head coach. Cougars have not won a game in the region tournament since 2014. Meade County looking for their first win since 2022. One of those streaks will be broken in just a few hours of play. The hope is it'll be the streak of the orange and blue of Grayson County. They're announcing the lineups right now at the fields. That means we'll step aside, and all the play-by-play of the third region quarterfinals between Grayson County and Meade County comes up next here on K105.
Are you looking for more in this world? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, those driven by purpose. We are the Peace Corps, volunteers, partners, communities in more than 60 countries, bringing our experience, joy, and passion to building a better world together. Are you ready to serve boldly, to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
When you're on a boat, it's a joyful exploration of life.
And I don't know one person that hasn't dipped below the water and had a life-changing experience.
The best thing about boating is getting out on the open water.
It's not a country club. It's for everybody.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Third region baseball tournament here on K105. Sam Gormley with you on a windy Monday evening, but honestly, I mean, temperature-wise, I don't know that we could ask for much better. It's kind of in this weird in-between of, what sure, do we break out the shorts? Do I go short sleeves? Do I wear the jacket? So I've gone pants and short sleeves, and I got my jacket. Hopefully we're not going to need it by the time this game is over. Looks like Trevino Kelly going to be behind the dish calling balls and strikes tonight. I see we got Paul Leachman down at first. Sean Williams will be at second as your umpires, and I don't recognize our third base umpire. He's at least standing a little bit further away. When he walks a little bit closer, I might be able to recognize the face of who that will be. About ready for us to roll, though. Gage Napier getting a start for Grayson County, his 11th start of the season, a record of 7-2, ERA of 1.06, 76 strikeouts, 21 walks, and 66 and a third innings pitched. Should be a great matchup. First time these two squads have matched up in the region tournament since 2011. That night, Meade County won 1-0. It's the fourth time that they've ever matched up in the third region baseball tournament. Of course, Meade County only been in the region since the 05-06 season. Napier finishing his final pitching warm-ups. Defensive alignment for Grayson County, Bradley at left, Chaffins at center, Hawkins at right, Rogers at third, Ballnock at short, Case Rogers at second, Bradshaw at first, and Landon Haycraft will be calling the balls and strikes for Gage Napier. In fact, it actually is C. Sean Williams that will be the third base umpire today. I'm not sure who will be our second base umpire. We'll try to bring that to you as the game goes along. The left-handed hitting Grayson Rhodes will get it started for Meade County, and the first pitch misses low for ball one, and that is how we get started here this evening. Napier, the starting pitcher for Grayson County. Very quick worker, swing and a miss at the pitch low. That moves us to 1-1 to Grayson Rhodes. Rhodes, 344 average, 4 RBIs, a double, and also a triple. And first pitch, swinging line drive, caught by Case Rogers at second base rather. What a play made by the 8th grader. Hit on a scream, and Rogers makes the best play of his young career. What a play, young man. It's one of those that he just sticks the glove out there, and sometimes it's better to be lucky. Get a little mix of good in there, and gotta love that. Lucas Hale sees a first pitch strike from Napier, the left fielder for the Green Wave. The 0-1 comes, and it is outside, goes to the backstop. Hale on the season, 313 average, has a homer, 14 RBIs. Leads the team as well with 16 walks. Not afraid to take the free pass should the Cougars give it to him. Swings at a pitch low, and Napier ahead at 1 ball and 2 strikes. For Napier, getting ahead in counts is huge, and you could say that for just about any pitcher. But the stats really back it up for him as that pitch bounces in the dirt, and it'll even us up here at 2. No score early on here in the top of the first inning between Grayson County and Meade County. Winner moves on to tomorrow to face Owensboro in the late game, scheduled for a 7:30 start time. Break-even pitch, a fly ball crushed back into left field. It's over the head of Garrett Bradley, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. Rounding and going into second, standing up, is going to be Lucas Hale. And Meade County has something working with 1 out here in the first inning. That ball was crushed, and I'm not sure Bradley had any shot at getting that one unless he was playing very deep. And you're not just going to see players play that deep in the high school realm. Aiden Bratcher comes in as Gage Napier tries to work out of an early jam. Bratcher, 316 average, 16 RBIs. First pitch is inside for ball 1 from Napier. Big moment early for Grayson County. Napier comes with a 1-0. Ground ball up the middle for a base hit. That should easily plate Hale. They're going to throw the runner in. It is up the line is the throw. Base hit for Meade County makes it 1-0. And advancing backside to second is going to be Bratcher, and the Green Wave strike first. They lead 1-0. It's probably one that Chaffins next time should just eat and hold that runner at first, as a courtesy runner will come in. It'll be Aiden Flaherty. Flaherty has scored 10 runs this season, 6 of 6 on steals. Running for Bratcher. Austin Stansbury, first plate appearance, first pitch swing is fouled off right side out of play, as Bratcher gave it a look off to that right side. Stansbury, 286 average, 11 RBIs, 5 doubles as well. Napier takes a peek at Flaherty down at second, 1-0 Meade County. Pitch. Called strike on the outside corner from Napier. Really nice pitch. He's ahead in the count here at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Napier takes a peek back at second, delivers the 0-2. High chopper foul down the third base line, backhanded by Rogers, or rather by Bratcher at third. Actually, it is going to be, there has been a switch as Jake Bratcher is actually playing third. Levi Rogers is playing first for Grayson County. That is a change from the original lineup. So they just did a flip there. Ball misses outside, and it goes to 1-2 here from Gage Napier. Napier comes with a 1-2, 1 down here in the top of the first inning. Popped up right side, and that is well foul. From our vantage point here, we are well down the third base line, up on a trailer. So it's tough for us to sometimes judge the depth perception of those balls hit to the right side, just like it would be if they were hit this way if we were on the opposite side of field. Pitched low, called strike 3. Great pitch from Gage Napier. He dropped the fastball on the outside corner and freezes Austin Stansbury, and there's 2 down here in the first. And Josiah Pierce, the shortstop, steps in. Pierce, 247 average, does have a home run, 10 RBIs. You're starting to get into the bottom of this order where those averages will start to drop a little bit. Called strike to from Gage Napier to Pierce. Pierce appears to be wearing a, I'm not sure if it's a hoodie or something, but appears to have a hood popping out of his back. You don't always see that on the baseball field. 0-1 from Napier, misses low, and the count will go to 1-1. 1-0 Meade County as they scored on a base hit up the middle by the starting pitcher, Bratcher. 1-1 high and inside, and it goes to 2-1. We mentioned with Napier, when he throws a first pitch strike to a batter, like he did here today, he retires him over 80% of the time. It's not rocket science. Getting ahead early means good things. And that misses away as well, and it is 3-1. After dropping a pitch in there for a strike, he's gone 3 straight out of the zones. The catcher, Brown, awaits in the on-deck circle. Popped up right side, and that'll go out of play. Here at Whitesville Park, this is not on campus at Whitesville Trinity High School. If you've ever driven up 54 on the way to a basketball game at the gym, it's just as you're getting into town on the right off of 54. Pitch, ground ball, backhanded by Rogers at second, throw on to his brother Levi Rogers, and that is the inning. Meade County, though, does get 1, and we head to the bottom of the first inning. It is Meade County 1, and the Cougars are coming up. This is Cougar Baseball on K105.
My name is Irene. My job is community school coordinator. My mom taught us that it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can always find a way to help. We started the pantry because the needs were so great. We're very fortunate to have the food bank just a few miles down. I just want our kids to experience what other kids experience and learn to say, what do I want to be when I grow up? And not worry about food.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Early deficit for Grayson County. They trail 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first inning. And listen, if you're Grayson County, yes, it's 1-0, but you're okay. That inning, you got the big hit off the bat. You allowed the run to cross, but then stranded another runner in scoring position. Use that momentum of that big out. Strain together and get it back here in the bottom of the first inning. Line up again for Grayson County. It's Bonnock, Haycraft, Rogers, Fulkerson, Bradley, Hawkins, Napier, Bratcher, Chaffins. Chase Bonnock leads off for the Cougars against Aiden Bratcher. And the first pitch is low and inside for ball one. Bratcher, starting pitcher, his 9th game, 8th start, record of 3-2, 2.16 ERA, 60 strikeouts, and 22 walks. That one looks like it's in there for a strike, and it'll go to 1-1. 35 2/3 innings pitched for Bratcher. 1-1, swing and a miss. Might have gotten fouled off and gotten a piece of that, did Bonnock. Bonnock, one of the better bats for this Grayson County team. 367 average. Has a 17-game on-base streak entering tonight's game. And he sends one foul down the first base line. 12 RBIs, 10 doubles, a triple. Very good speed at the top of the order. And his size helps making that strike zone just a little bit smaller. 1-2. Fouled off. Just got enough on it to do as Bratcher does have some speed to that fastball. It'll be an adjustment as this game goes along. 1-2 to Bonnock. Down on strike, swings at a miss at a pitch high. There's one down here in the first inning. 1-0 Meade County leads here Grayson County after the early base hit by Bratcher. It'll be Landon Haycraft to hit. 387 average, 18 RBIs, and a couple of doubles this year for the Cougars. Haycraft, just one of those great players, and he sends one right side base hit, and it's going to go all the way into the corner. Rounding and going into second base, sliding head first is Landon Haycraft with a one-out double down the right field line. Ledford got over there in a hurry to save what potentially could have been 3 bags from Haycraft, but deja vu to what we saw in the first inning where an easy out to open up and then a double down into the corner. Now Levi Rogers can see if he can continue the trend of what happened in the first inning and not get a run here. Left-handed swinging Rogers, Asbury signee, first pitch swinging, fouls it to the backstop. Rogers, 347 average, 26 runs driven in. No better time to have RBI number 27 than right now. We mentioned that the wind has swirled a lot at times. Right now, it's pretty much a non-factor. Off-speed pitch. Misses, and it is ball one to Rogers. Rogers reach-based in 20 of the last 21 games. Been one of the more consistent hitters in this Grayson County lineup. 1-1 pitch. Misses, and it is 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch coming, and it's in there for a called strike on the outside corner to Rogers. Makes us to 2-2. One down here in the bottom of the first inning. Landon Haycraft stands down at second. Cougars trail 1-0 to Meade County. Bratcher takes a peek down at second and now steps off. And Haycraft scurries back to second with no throw. Bratcher takes a peek, delivers the pitch to Rogers, and it's low, and the count will go full here to Levi Rogers. Really nice at bat for the senior, and really knowing what you've seen from Levi all season, that's really no surprise whatsoever. 3-2 pitch coming, and he fouls it off, just gets enough of it. His little brother Case, really flashing the leather in that first inning, including the first play of the game. Made an outstanding play at second. 3-2 one more time. Popped off. That one's coming to us. And it is a foul ball. We do have to be somewhat ready for a foul ball to come back here. I mean, it'd have to find a window, but it's at least possible. Another pitch coming in this at-bat with Haycraft standing on second. And just getting enough of it was Rogers. And we'll do it one more time. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat for Levi Rogers. That ball, when Rogers got enough of it, it came back and it hit the catcher. Hit the catcher Brown. And here comes the 9th pitch of the at-bats. And it's a high chopper, and it has eyes. No, backhanded by Cockrell. The throw to first is not in time. Hustling down the line. What a play made by Cockrell, but Rogers just beats it out. Bang, bang play. And there's runners on the corners with one out for Grayson County. Infield single. Cam Fulkerson gets his first plate appearance now. 346 average. He got the Cougars scoring started in the district championship, and that pitch is inside. Diving to grab and get it is Brown behind the dish. If you're Grayson County in a scenario like this, you got to get a run. You got a runner 90 feet away with one out. You're down 1-0 already in the first. You haven't won a game in the region in 11 years. You got to find a way to get an early run. Got to tie it back up with your ace on the mound. (1-0) to Fulkerson. Rogers is off and running. The throwdown is cut off. Rogers is going to get the stolen base down to second. He stopped right before he was going to get to second. Almost running a play on that. It was a called strike, though. And Rogers is going to get the stolen base on the play. Levi, that's not necessarily his game, but he gets the steal, and now you got a pair in scoring position. A base hit might score two. Rogers Fulkerson pops it off to the right side out of play. Tell you, that right side has been quite busy for foul balls, and there's two kids that every single time there's a foul ball, I guess they're having a game to see who can get to it first. 1-2 to Fulkerson. Down on strikes, swings and misses at the pitch high, and there's two down here in the inning. And if the Cougars want to find a run here in the first, it'll be Garrett Bradley that'll need to do it. Bradley, 278 average, 15 runs batted in. This is a big at-bat early in this game. Huge at-bat for the young hitter, Garrett Bradley. And misses outside is the first pitch to Bradley. If you're Bradley, you just want to find that open spot in the grass. You need at least one. Two would be great. And misses low. 2-0 now. Jet Hawkins awaits in the on-deck circle. Hawkins had a really big district tournament. 2-0 to Bradley. Hits him in the back. Hits him in the back, and the bases are loaded for Jet Hawkins. Big at-bat here for the orange and blue. Jet Hawkins, the hitter for Grayson County. 272 average, a homer, 19 runs batted in, and he swings and misses at the first pitch outside. Rogers in the district tournament, 5 runs batted in, and also scored 3 runs. 0-1, swing and a miss. Hawkins has been behind on both of those. And I think I wouldn't mind if Jet would have taken a timeout there and recollected himself. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the first inning. The 0-2 pitch from Bratcher. Hawkins is down on strikes. Cougars strand the bases loaded. We head to the second inning. 1-0 Meade County leads. It's Cougar baseball on K105.
Let's go! Like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can be a hero. Now that's a superhero landing. Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Us? A team? The answer is yes.
Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not.
Oh, yes. Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home. That's my girl!
Respiratory viruses are making children sick across Kentucky. Children even get hospitalized at higher rates. But there's one easy way to protect our families. Get immunized. Pediatricians recommend staying up to date on all routine immunizations like flu, RSV, whooping cough, COVID-19, and measles. Most immunizations and boosters are even free. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. Sponsored by Kentucky Voices for Health and aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Miles, you're late. Again.
You are not living up to your full potential.
No sense of responsibility.
Everyone's going through something, even superheroes.
Is that the best you can do? This mediocre work is
You're not reaching your full potential.
Unacceptable, Miles. Let's take the stigma out of asking for help.
Hey, Dad. You got a minute?
Yeah, what's up, son?
If you need support, visit kevinlovefund.org to learn more.
I just got so much on my mind, you know?
Big moment there for Grayson County. Bases loaded, 0 runs scored in the first inning. As the Cougars trail 1-0 as we head to the second inning of play. It'll be 6, 7, 8 in the order for the Green Wave of Meade County. It's a moment that you hope does not come back to bite Grayson County here in this game. Napier will face Gavin Brown to lead off. Brown hitting .270, a homer, and 9 runs batted in. First pitch is outside for ball 1 from Napier. Couple of hits in that first inning of play on both sides. Just the Green Wave were able to take advantage of it and put a run across the plate. Second pitch misses outside, and it is 2-0. 2-0 pitch, hard ground ball in the hole, base hit left side in between third and short, and the leadoff runner is on for the Green Wave. They're finding the open spots in the Grayson County infield to open up. And really, the balls hit on the infield that the Cougars have fielded have been nice plays made down at second by Case Rogers. Tristan Cockrell, .269 average, a homer, 14 runs batted in. Now in as there is a courtesy runner. It appears down at first as well. Mason Wiles to run for the catcher. Showing bunt, and it is fouled off by Cockrell behind the dish. Wiles, the freshman runner, has scored 9 runs this season and is 3 of 3 on stolen base attempts. Napier takes a peek at Wiles at first. Let's see if they'll show bunt again from Cockrell. They do. Charging in is Bratcher, and he lays it down. A hard bunt to first base. Rogers takes it, tags, ball pops out, and they're going to say the runner is safe. When Rogers went to tag the runner, the ball popped out of his glove, and there are now runners on first and second with nobody out here in the second. That'll go E3. And this is not what you want here if you're Grayson County. John Honecker .203 average, 8 RBIs. You have to imagine they're going to bunt again. They do. Another bunt. This time Napier will take it, throws on to Case Rogers, who covers first. The sacrifice goes 1-4 on the putouts. And there's one down here in the second, but Meade County has a pair in scoring position here in the second inning. Jeffrey Johnson, the center fielder. 210 on the season. A homer and 4 runs batted in. And runners on second and third, one down. Meade leads already 1-0, trying to add to their lead. Infield shaded in. Johnson blown right past him on a fastball, and he's fallen behind at 0-1. Napier comes, swing and a miss, takes something off it. It is 0-2. I like the balance there, going fastball and then off speed, and fooled was Johnson on both of them. See what Napier will do here. I think he go fastball up. He does. Went a little too tall, though, for Johnson, the center fielder. Now this is, I think, where you drop that curveball low and outside, and you trust Landon Haycraft to stop it behind the dish despite the runner standing on third. Instead, it's a fastball, and it's fouled off. Runners on second and third. Meade looking to add to their 1-0 lead here in the second inning. Napier delivers. Outside, and the count will go even. Lineup flips back over after this at bat with Rhodes standing in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss. Goes back to the high fastball, and down on strikes goes Johnson. And there are 2 down here in the second. And it'll be Grayson Rhodes back in to hit. He lined one. Case Rogers made a really nice play at second to get the runner out. Big moment here. Bounces in the dirt right in front of Landon Haycraft, though he's able to keep it there. The backstop here in Whitesville is one of the smaller backstops you're going to find in baseball. In fact, I would compare it to a softball one where there's really not a backstop. Pickoff move, and Napier just fakes it. As diving back in was Cockrell down at second. Almost had a little play on there to see if Wiles might have been caught napping at third. .1-0 pitch. High chopper to Case Rogers. Gets it on the low bounce. Throws on. Gage Napier works out of a jam in the second with runners on second and third and only 1 out, and nobody crosses the plates. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It is 1-0 Meade County leads. It's Cougar Baseball on K105.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
Big moment there for Grayson County, straining runners on second and third. Perfect pitching for Gage Napier, and he will lead off the bottom of the second inning with a 1-0 Grayson County deficit. I mean, as good of pitching as you will see from Napier after the error, just perfect. And Napier watches the first pitch low for ball 1. Napier, 229 average, 10 RBIs, 4 doubles, has swung a better bat as of late. And he sends one to the backstop, and it is 1-1 to Napier. Napier, of course, and he'd be the first one to tell you that he's a pitcher first and a batter second. But the bat has come around more. And it's in there for a called strike on the inside corner. As, you know, a couple of years ago, he would just be a pitcher. But now, Jody Nutt can leave him in there and trust him enough as a bat in the lineup. The 1-2 is sent off to the right side into the Meade County dugouts. The banister that is in front of the dugout, Meade County, I don't know if it was broken prior to or not, but they've kind of been wrestling with it the entire game. And pitch misses well outside, and the count will go even at 2-2. As there's, if you know, like old parks where they have the yellow top on the chain link fence, the yellow top has come off, and they've tried to put it back on a couple of times, and I think now they've finally given up. 2-2 pitch. Napier holds back at the pitch well high, and the count will go full to Napier. Three balls, 2 strikes, and Napier swings at the pitch high, and Grayson County goes down on strikes for the 4th time tonight. In fact, all 4 of their outs have been via the punch out against Aiden Bratcher. Jake Bratcher, third baseman, comes in. Bratcher brings in an average of 236 with 13 runs batted in. And first pitch, way high and inside, a little chin music. And Bratcher dove out of the way of that. Bratcher has really lived up to what the scouting report says. Strikeout pitcher, and the Cougars have struck out against him. And fouled off from Bratcher. And the count will go to 1-1. 1 out here in the second, 1-0 Meade County leads. Both teams have stranded runners in scoring position, including Grayson stranding the bases loaded in the first. Bratcher sends one into left field. Charging in is Hale. He'll make the play. And there are 2 down here in the second. Hale did a good job reading that immediately off the bat. When you first saw it be hit, you thought maybe there was the potential of that one having eyes to drop in for a base hit, but it did not find it. Grayson Chaffins, 151 average, Kentucky Wesleyan football signee. Watch the first pitch inside for a called strike. Bat hasn't been there for Grayson. Only 1 hit over the last month or so, but he's finding a way to get on base. High on base percentage during that stretch. I mean, and he leads the team seeing a lot of pitches and finding his way on base. And listen, a hit and a walk can mean the same thing in the long run. 0-2 pitch to Chaffins is low. Good eye. Below the knees. The 0-1 pitch is high. And it'll move it up here to 2-2 to Grayson Chaffins. Bratcher looks in for the sign. Now comes with a break even to Chaffins, and it drops low, and the count will go to 3-2. Chaffins averages seeing over 4 pitches and at bat, leads the team in quality at bat percentage as well, 53.4% of the time. 3-2 pitch. And it is called. Strike 3. Chaffins is down on strikes. We head to the third. Meade County leads 1-0. It's Cougar Baseball on K105.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info.
If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, Kentucky's law enforcement is ready and willing to help you start your recovery journey. The KSP Angel Initiative is a voluntary program that connects Kentuckians with addiction recovery resources. All you need to do is visit your local KSP post and tell a trooper that you need help. You can also call the KY Help Call Center at 833-8KY-HELP or visit findhelpnowky.org to begin your recovery journey.
Third inning here at Whitesville Trinity. It is 1-0. Meade County leads Grayson. Gage Napier out for another inning of work. Stranded a pair in scoring position back in the second inning. He'll be facing the heart of the Meade County order, 2-3-4. Lucas Hale doubled off the left field wall back in the first and came around to score what is the game's only run of the game so far. Sam Gormley here with you on the call. It's turned out to be a very pleasant evening as that wind, when the wind really starts whipping, it gets a little bit chilly. But if the wind doesn't, it's pretty comfortable. First pitch from Napier here in the third is ball one outside. It misses high, and it is 2-0 from Napier. We mentioned when Gage throws a first pitch strike this season, he gets the batter out over 80% of the time. And that number drastically drops with first pitch balls, and he gets Hale to chase at a pitch low. Might have been one on a 2-0 that Hale was swinging no matter what because it was well low, and Hale would have to go Tiger Woods to make contact with that. And Napier misses low again. This time Hale does not chase. 3-1 counts. Coming to Lucas Hale. And it is a fly ball crushed back into deep left center field. Grayson Chafin's going back. He's looking up. It hits off the top of the wall and goes out of the ballpark. Home run, Lucas Hale. And Meade County now leads 2-0. That hit off the top of the wall and left the yard. Green Wave lead 2-0. We mentioned that the wind had died down, and Lucas Hale uses it to his advantage for his second home run of the season. Aiden Bratcher has a single in the game, and first one from Napier drops it in there for a called strike. The first batter after a home run is where you learn a lot about a pitcher. And Napier, two fantastic pitches, gets Bratcher to swing at a miss at a pitch low, and he's ahead now at no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch bounces in the dirt from Napier. 2-0, Meade County now leads here in the top of the third inning. There's a line drive into left field, and it is foul, curling all the way. The wind might have gotten that one a little bit and taken it and curved it foul. Garrett Bradley wasn't going to have a play on that. And it'll remain 1 ball and 2 strike. Napier, nobody out here in the third inning after the leadoff home run. And the pitch just enough to foul it to the backstop is Bratcher. Making Napier work after the leadoff home run by Hale here in the third. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Gage Napier with a punch-out for Grayson County. That is his third strikeout of the game. That'll be Austin Stansbury, the first baseman, now to hit. Stansbury struck out looking back in the first inning. Stansbury, the nephew of former WKU head coach Rick Stansbury. As nephew, and of course, Rick was also the head coach at Mississippi State. Ground ball, third baseman Bratcher. It's in the hole, and he had no shot to get Stansbury, who was hustling down the line. Took a weird hop on Bratcher, and that was going to be a tough play no matter what, as it was not hit very hard. And the infield single for the nephew of Rick Stansbury puts a runner on first with one out in the third. Josiah Pierce grounded out to second in the first. Stansbury off and running, showing bunt. The throwdown is not in time as it goes into center field. Stansbury, though, he is going to break for third. The throw, not even close. Stansbury very quick on the base paths. An errant throw allows a runner now to advance to third on the throwing error by Landon Haycraft. Stansbury extremely fast on the base paths. Josiah Pierce, 0 for 1. Shows bunt, pulls back, and it is a ball called to Pierce. Stansbury, I'm not sure if he, when he slid there, might have scuffed up his elbow. He is grabbing at it right now. Hopefully he's okay. Just have a little strawberry there on that elbow. 0-2. Or it is an 0-2 pitch, rather. Is it, I thought they called it a ball, but the scoreboard says it's 1-2. Again, I don't have a view of the actual umpire. I can't see him from my vantage point, and that makes things a little bit more challenging. 1-2 pitch. Called! Strike 3. Napier gets the strikeout of Pierce. And there's 2 down here in the third. Meade leads 2-0. And it'll be Gavin Brown who singled into left field back in the second. Stansbury, the runner, on third. Stansbury's still shaking his arm. Appears that he's okay. It might have just been one of those that he just kind of felt a little weird on the slide. Swing and a miss, the pitch high from Brown. Napier, that pitch count starting to creep up at 53 pitches here in the third inning. Misses low, and it is 1-1 now to Napier, or from Napier to Brown. Stansbury, the runner on third. Already a home run in this inning for the Green Wave that hit off the top of the wall and bounced down to the ballpark. Called strike outside corner on the fastball from Napier. Really nice pitch. Napier checks the runner, Stansbury at third. Comes with a 1-2, bounces in the dirt. Nice stop behind the dish by Landon Haycraft. Not letting that go anywhere. That is going to be a position that Grayson County is really going to have to find next year as the catcher. Landon has been the starting catcher now for, 3 years, I guess? And that's the toughest position to play, maybe in all of sports, as Napier strikes out Brown to end the inning. But Meade County does get another run on the home run by Hale. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Grayson County's going to need some runs. They trail 2-0. This is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive. If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Bottom of the third inning, Grayson trails Meade County 2-0. Sam Gormley back with you here. And what we hope is not our final K105 Sports broadcast of the school year. We hope, I'd love to, let's have the Cougs roll us all the way to Lexington. We'll be with them no matter how long they last. We will have the broadcasts of Grayson County baseball. Hopefully, we're rolling as long as we can. I'd love to call a game there in Lexington. Right now, though, they got to get some runs. So they trail Meade County 2-0 in the bottom of the third inning. That'll be Chase Ballnock to lead off for Grayson in the third, trying to find some runs with a 2-run deficit. Aiden Bratcher, the starting pitcher for Meade County, has thrown 42 pitches in 2 innings. Allowed a couple of hits, struck out 5, and also hit 1 batter. He struck out Ballnock, and that first one is high for ball 1. Ballnock entered the game on a 17-game on-base streak, trying to extend that here. And that move and that streak happened after his move into the leadoff position. So he switched with Landon Haycraft between 1 and 2 in the top of the lineup, and it's really helped out a lot. So he fouls that behind the dish, and the count will go to 2-1. Ballnock struggling to catch up to Bratcher's fastball, which is different because Edmonson County last week, all they were throwing Ballnock was the off-speed. And here, that hits him right inside on the left arm, and that can't feel good. So he looks down to first base coach Briley Napier, who holds the self-proclaimed state record for hit by pitches in the head. And Chase, is he okay? Well, he's reaching down on that right hand. And if that's not what you want, that does extend his on-base streak to 18 straight now. He is still shaking that right hand and right arm down beyond first, and trainer Scott Ballman is going to run out there and check on him now. And Chase is going to meet Scott on the run about halfway. Maybe, you know what, this might actually be a somewhat decent sign, as it looks like Scott might be taping it, which I'm hoping is a decent sign that he's noticed something right off the bat, and maybe it's bleeding. That could be the hope too, that it's nothing too serious. If I know one thing about Chase, though, you're not taking him out of this game. Yeah, no. Scott's gonna have to get the what's the vest called when they, at the insane asylum where they wrap up your arms. They're probably gonna need to put one of those on Chase to take him out of this game. It's the third region quarterfinals. He's a junior. He's not coming out unless he absolutely has to. So they're still working on him behind first, and he appears to be okay. Ball came inside and hit him. I don't know where exactly it did. It might have been on the left wrist, though. That cannot feel good, because Bratcher has a fastball probably in the mid-80s. I mean, I say that, and it's not like a 40-mile-per-hour fastball hit on your wrist would feel very good. Leadoff runner on base, though, for Grayson. They trail 2-0 in the third. And Landon Haycraft comes in. He laced a double down the right field line on the first pitch he saw back in the first. Bratcher delivers. First pitch is outside for ball 1. If I am Jody Nuts, I think I start Ballinock early on in this at-bat. He just had that injury. I think you want to get him in, get out of a potential double play, maybe even a hit and run. Ballinock is off, and it is a hit and run. Ground ball right to the first baseman, Stansbury. He'll step on first, and that is the first out of the third inning. It was a hit and run, though, so they had absolutely no shot to get Ballinock. Not that they would have, even if it wouldn't have been a hit and run. 3 unassisted, and there's 1 down here in the third inning. Levi Rogers had an infield single back in the first inning. Cockrell, the second baseman, made one heck of an effort to try and get the runner out, but Rogers just legged it out. First pitch from Bratcher is in there for a called strike. Ballinock, the runner at second. Cougars trail 2-0 here in the bottom of the third. Low and outs. No, it is a called strike. Looked like it might have missed. But it is an 0-2 count here to Rogers. And he watches that outside, and it'll go 1-2. Trevino Kelly calling the balls and strikes behind the dish here tonight. Ballinock, the runner on second. Rogers fouls it off. Fulkerson awaits in the on-deck circle. Grayson had the bases loaded back in the first inning. Could not cross any. Got a runner in scoring position here in this inning. You got to find a way to start putting some of these runs across the board. Ballinock, very aggressive lead down at second and well high. And they're going to backpick down to second and not even close to get the runner, Ballinock. I've said it once, I'll say it 100 times. That is just not a smart play by the catcher. You're not going to catch the runner out. It's much more likely that the ball's going to go into center field and allow Ballinock to get to third than you're actually going to be able to get him out at second. Rogers laces one into left field, down base hit. Ballinock is digging for home. The throw comes in and he is out. And that is a very, very aggressive tag. Jody Nutt sends Ballinock home, and the catcher Brown just absolutely smacked Ballinock in the face on that tag. And there are 2 down here in the third. It was a great throw by Hale. And listen, it's one of those plays that I think you're trying to find a spark. It took a great throw by Hale, and he delivered one. Rogers stayed at first on that play. Cam Fulkerson into the box. First pitch in there for what appeared to be a ball. Thought it was a strike. Again, we can't see the umpire from our vantage point, which is not necessarily the most advantageous. Fulkerson, that I could tell was a ball as it bounces in the dirt, and it is 2-0. 2-0 Meade County here in the third. After the bang-bang play at home, but Ballinock was out. Trying to score on the base hit into left field. Well inside, and it is 3-0 now to Fulkerson. Those are those scenarios that, you can look back on. Should you send Ballinock? I don't know. He's one of your fastest runners. It's a cold strike on the 3-0 pitch. And, I always say that 3-0 count expands just a little bit. Cam Fulkerson, I think, was getting ready to head down to first, though, on a 4-pitch walk. And instead he fouls that off, and now the count goes full with 2 outs in the third. And Rogers will probably be off on the pitch. 2-0 here in the third. Bratcher delivers the pitch, and it is inside, and Fulkerson works a walk. It'll be Garrett Bradley now to hit with another opportunity. He had a couple of runners on back in the first and didn't end up getting an opportunity to do anything even if he wanted to, as he was hit by a pitch from Bratcher. Rogers, the runner at second. Fulkerson, the runner on first. 2 down here in the third. Grayson trails 2-0. And fouled off by Bradley. Grayson's just stranding a lot of runners in scoring position here, and at some point, you're going to have to find a way to get somebody of these runners across the plate. Oh, 1 dropped in there for a called strike, and it'll go now to 0-2. 2 down here in the third. And timeout called, and Brown wants to have a conversation. Not sure if maybe he thought that Levi Rogers was maybe picking off some signs behind the pitcher Bratcher down at second. And sometimes you'll see that. Rogers, the pitcher Bratcher down at second. And sometimes you'll see that. Rogers, a very intelligent baseball player, senior, seen a lot. I'm kind of curious if maybe he was peeking. The 0-2. And down on strikes goes Bradley. Cougars strand runners again. We head to the fourth. Meade County leads 2-0. It's Cougar Baseball on K105.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family. Close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
Grayson trails 2-0 in the fourth inning against Meade County. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Green Wave. And with this 7-8-9, you got to go 1-2-3 if you're Grayson County. You got to go 1-2-3, and your bats have hit the ball pretty well tonight. You just got to find a way to knock them in. I mean, you're stranding a ton of runners on base, 5 through the first 3, including the bases loaded once. That's going to catch up to you at some point. Napier today for Grayson. 3 innings, 5 hits, allowed a couple of earned runs, and struck out 5. Tristan Cockrell reached on an error back in the second inning of play. Here's a called strike to open us up here this inning to Cockrell. Ground ball up the middle for a base hit. Right beyond the outstretched glove of the second baseman, Case Rogers. And leadoff runner is on base yet again for the Green Wave. Now for the 3rd straight inning. And the only reason it wasn't 4 straight innings is Case Rogers, second baseman, made an outstanding play. John Honecker. He had a sacrifice bunt in his last plate appearance. You got to imagine that's probably going to be happening again here. He does, shows bunt, pulls back, and the pitch is high. Rogers is holding the runner on at first. Means Napier's going to get the left side. Bratcher, the third baseman, will get the right side. Shows bunt, lays it down right back to Napier. He's going to go to second. The runner is out. Not a great bunt at all by Honecker. Very heads up fielding by Gage Napier. It's one of those plays, if you are going to make that throw, you have to do it immediately. And he did immediately and gets the lead runner out at second. Jeffrey Johnson struck out. Tonight, first pitch is inside for ball one. Nice play made by Napier on a not great bunt. Ground ball. Second baseman Case Rogers. He will just go for the easy out at first and get the runner. And there's two down now in the inning. He bobbled it ever so slightly and just decided that the double play probably was not going to happen. And honestly, that's a really intelligent play. He got the for sure outs instead of risking it and getting no one. One is better than none. Grayson Rhodes, 0 for 2. Lined out to second and is grounded out today. Pickoff move, throw, tag, not in time. Very close down at second. Grayson Rhodes, 0 for 2. It's lined out and grounded out. And that is a ball one. Rather, is the first pitch. I thought I saw that pitch dropped in there for a strike. Home plate umpire Trevino Kelly disagreed. 1-0 pitch. High. 2-0. Meade County leads Grayson here in the top of the fourth inning as the wind begins to pick up even more. And there's a strike. Nice pitch from Napier to make the count go to 2-1. Napier checks the runner at second. Comes with a 2-1. Blows it right by Grayson Rhodes. And the count will go even now. Bunch of twos on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Meade County has 2 runs. Break even. Popped off out of play. That comes at least somewhat near our vantage point and bounces into, they have a pavilion behind us. That's where it goes. And immediately the kids behind us. That's where it goes. And immediately the kids run and see who can't be the first one to go grab it. We'll do the break even. Ground ball up the middle for a base hit. We could have a play coming at home. Rounding and trying to come in to score is Honecker. The throw in is up the line. Backside advancing to second. The throw goes into center field. Up the middle, the run crosses the plate, and it is now a 3-0 Meade County lead. Very close to potentially getting the runner out at second. And it'll be Lucas Hale who has doubled and homered tonight. He has seen the ball very well off the right hand of Gage Napier. It's low for ball one from Napier to Hale. (3-0). Meade County leads Grayson now in the fourth. Called strike on the inside corner, and that'll move us here to, actually it was a strike on that first pitch. I thought it was. And the scoreboard ended up changing it to a strike, so it is 0-2. Outside, diving out of the way is Hakegraft to make sure that ball doesn't head to the backstop, keeping the runner Rhodes at second. Napier checks the runner, delivers the 1-2. It is a sky-high fly ball. Right side, Case Rogers at second has it, and that is the inning. But Meade County does get another run. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's 3-0, Meade County on top. This is Cougar Baseball on K105.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Thanks to your support, the nonprofits VetTix and First Tix have given away tens of millions of tickets and counting to vets currently serving military, the immediate family of troops killed in action, and our brave current and former first responders. These tickets are a meaningful way to say thank you to America's heroes. And now we want you to be part of the mission. Got extra tickets to concerts, games, or special events? Or want to see if you qualify? We want you to go to vettix.org and firsttix.org today. Give something to those who gave.
It's time for the Bats to wake up for Grayson. They trail 3-0 in the bottom of the fourth inning. The 6, 7, 8 in the order, Hawkins, Napier, Bratcher to try and do it. Going up against Aiden Bratcher. I guess the positive is Aiden Bratcher's pitch count starting to creep up there just a little bit. It'll be Jet Hawkins to lead off for Grayson County in this inning. Hawkins struck out with the bases loaded back in the first. In a big moment in this game. And the first one he sees is ball one from Bratcher. Bratcher sitting at 64 pitches right now. And it misses low, and it is 2-0. Swing and a miss, low. Hawkins, one of the football stars for this Grayson County team, I know, has very high expectations going into next football season. High chopper up the middle. That's going to be a tough play for Pierce. He charges, he throws on the low hop. Nice pick down at first by Stansbury, getting the speedy Hawkins for the first out. Really nice play made by the Meade County infield. There's one down here in the fourth. Gage Napier struck out in the second, and he swings and misses at the first pitch there from Bratcher. For Bratcher today, 3 1/3, 3 hits, a walk, 6 Ks, and has hit a couple of batters. And 2 blown by Napier, and it is 0-2. And down on strikes goes Gage Napier, 3 straight for Bratcher's 7th strikeout of the game. And it'll be Jake Bratcher, who flew out into shallow left field on really what was a nice play made by Hale out in left. And first one to Bratcher is ball one. Bottom of the fourth inning, Meade leads Grayson 3-0 here in the third region quarterfinals. High and inside. Bratcher tried to curve that one. The issue was it didn't really curve. Just kind of stayed on a line at the pitch high and inside. And it misses low, and it is 3-0 to Bratcher. Grayson Chaffins awaits on the on-deck circle. And that is in there for a called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Here in the fourth inning, there's a walk. Bratcher watches it low. And potential 2-out rally working here for Grayson County. It'll be Grayson Chaffins now to hit. Chaffins, one of 3 seniors on this team, joining Landon Haycraft and Levi Rogers. He'll be playing college football just up the road from where we're at. For Kentucky Wesleyan beginning next season. And I know he will have a great career doing whatever he decides to do. even if he's one of those kids that plays 1 year of football, and decides to do something else, I know he'd be successful in whatever it is. But knowing Grayson, if I was a betting man as far as there's a cold strike to Chaffins as to what he does in the future, football will have a part in it, and he will be very successful in whatever that is. Misses low, and it is 1-1. One pitch. Bratcher leads off first. And it is a ball, bounces away from the catcher Brown. He had to run over and grab it. Chaffins really works great at bats as ball knock awaits the on-deck circle. And that misses low as well, and it is 3-1. Bratcher walked Jake Bratcher. Now potentially could walk 2 straight, putting a runner in scoring position. 3-1, and that is a called strike low. Count goes full. Bratcher will be off and running at first. Aiden Bratcher delivers the pitch here to Grayson Chaffins, and it is a swing and a miss. We're through 4 full. Meade County leads 3-0. This is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Cougars trail 3-0 as we're in the top of the 5th inning here from Whitesville Community Park. Here on a beautiful evening for baseball. It's weird that it is Memorial Day, and usually we're up here complaining that it's hot. And if anything else, some of us are complaining that it's a little too cold. And it's a little interesting. As I'm glad that I was going back and forth. I had shorts on earlier. I was doing some work around the house and stepped outside, and I was like, you know what, with that wind, I might want to put pants on. And I was getting ready to walk out the house earlier. I said, you know, I might need to grab the jacket. And the jacket right now is still on the back of the chair, but hopefully it won't need to come out by the end of this game. Aiden Bratcher leads off for Meade County here in the 5th. They trail 3-0. Or they lead 3-0 against Grayson County. Gage Napier, first pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Napier gone 4 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 5 strikeouts. Gage has thrown pretty well today. Meade County squared him up a couple of times. Bounces low. It's just the Green Wave have been able to take advantage of chances, and the Cougars have not. And that's the difference between 3-0 and 3-2 or 3-3. High fly ball, right side. Jet Hawkins lost it. He now finds it running. Diving play. He does not make it. It is a fair ball. He lost it in the lights. Going in for third, a leadoff stand-up triple for Aiden Bratcher. Hawkins, I think, might have lost that in the lights right off the bat. Found it at the last second. Very fast diving headfirst play and just could not make it. And a leadoff triple for Meade County. Courtesy runner comes in for Bratcher. It is Flaherty. And Austin Stansbury, who's 1 for 2. single and struck out tonight. Ground ball to Bratcher. He takes the peek, throws, and it's a wild throw, but a nice pick by Levi Rogers down at first. And that luckily keeps the runner at third. As Bratcher peeked at Flaherty, looked him back, and that little look back broke the concentration from Jake to throw across to first, and it was a nice job by Levi Rogers, not the typical first baseman for Grayson County, to make the snag. Gage Napier will play a lot of first base, as will Jake Bratcher. But Jake playing third, Levi playing first today. First pitch to Josiah Pierce is ball one from Napier. Really fools Pierce on that. That is what we refer to as some sword action on the pitch from Napier. Pierce 0 for 2 with a strikeouts. And that's fouled off into the Grayson County dugouts. There is no better feeling as a pitcher in the world than when you see that pitcher or see the opposing hitter have the sword action. There is some action happening in the Meade County bullpen as well. And it goes to the backstop. Haycraft quickly over to grab it, as it'll go to 2-2. As Jeffrey Johnson is getting loose in the bullpen for Meade County. Johnson is the junior with an ERA just above 2. He's been a lot out of the bullpen this year. 12 games, only 2 starts. Napier takes a peek at the runner at third and pitches outside to Pierce. Three balls, 2 strikes to Pierce. Napier's pitch is just fouled off. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Big pitch from Gage Napier. Puts down the batter, and there are 2 down here in the 5th. It'll be Gavin Brown, the catcher, trying not to have that runner strand on third base. Brown has singled and struck out. And that's outside as the first pitch to Brown. Napier at 85 pitches here in the 5th inning. Again, we'll have to keep an eye to see if Meade County does make the pitching change. It misses low, and it is 2-0. Napier today, of his 86 pitches, he's about 63% for a strike, which is pretty close to what his average is for the season. 2-0 is high, and it is 3-0. Shows bunt, pulls back, and it's in there for a called strike. 3-0 Meade County leads Grayson in the 5th inning. Cougars are still within slam territory, but with only 3 scheduled at-bats left, they just need to find some runs. And they've had their chances, just haven't been able to cross, but you can't let more runs cross the plate. Swing and a miss, and that's one way to do it. Count goes full here. 2 down in the top of the 5th inning. Trying to strand the runner Flaherty on third. Napier trying to work out of the jam. The pitch fouled off. Nice Cougar contingency made the trip. As I can look down right now the line, and they filled it up. And I would say it's a pro-Grayson County crowd. There are more Grayson County fans than Meade County fans here. There's a fly ball hit into left center field. Long run for Grayson Chaffins. He's not going to get there. He'll get it on 2 bounces. That'll easily plate the runner. The throw comes into second. And a double for Gavin Brown makes it a 4-0 game. That is a big hit from Gavin Brown. Makes it 4-0. Meade County in the 5th. Jake Bratcher goes in to give a quick fist bump to Gage Napier. Gage sitting now at 91 pitches. That pitch count continues to rise, and be interesting to see who would be the first one out of the bullpen for Jody Nutt should he need to go to that point. Tristan Cockrell, the second baseman, 1 for 2, has singled and reached on an error. He's reached in both of his plate appearances. And it's high and inside from Napier. Approaching the 1 hour and 20-minute mark of this game here in the 5th inning. And it is low for ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Grounded foul. And that one was hit pretty hard. Garrett Bradley, the left fielder, has to run over and grab it because it rolled all the way up the line. Two-one coming to Cockrell. 4-0 Meade County lead in the 5th. And it is high for ball 3. And you have to wonder whether fatigue is starting to set in here for Napier. He threw 100 pitches on Thursday. 3 days rest coming back for the region game. And it might be starting to set in just a little bit. And that's thrown to the backstop. Advancing to third on the wild pitch is going to be Brown. That's going to be ball 4 as well. There's runners on the corners with 2 outs in the 5th. And I would imagine, I look down, and that's Jody Nutt coming out to talk to Gage Napier, and this might be a pitching change. Gage's been a warrior tonight, and we'll have to see what exactly this decision is. I always love when Coach Jody Nutt goes out there. His first move is when he's having conversation, he's always adjusting the mound a little bit. He is a very meticulous person with how the mound is manicured and so on. He did a little work when he went out there. Trevino Kelly comes out, and I'm sure, Jody, this conversation is Gage, what do you think? How you feeling? Fatigue setting in, and Gage will remain into the game. Meade County looking to win their first game in the region tournament since 2022. Cougars have not won since 2014 here. It's their first meeting in the region tournament since 2011. Meade won that one 1-0. They met consecutive years back in 06 and 07. Meade won the first matchup. Grayson won the second. John Honecker to hit. And swings and misses at the pitch from Napier. Sacrifice bunt and a fielder's choice as well for Honecker today. And he swings and misses at that. 2 blown right by him. The bullpen is now quiet for Meade. We'll see if they do it. The runner is off. It'll be defensive indifference as well. That was kind of weird as Cockrell just stopped as Napier let him go. That really is defensive indifference on the play. And high and inside for Honecker. As I don't know if Cockrell thought that they called time or something because he stopped before he got to second as Napier just faked the pickoff. The 1-2 pitch doesn't matter. Honecker strikes out on pitch number 100 of the game from Napier. We head to the bottom of the fifth. It's 4-0, Meade County on top. It's Cougar baseball on K105.
Thanks to your support, the nonprofits VetTix and First Tix have given away tens of millions of tickets and counting to vets currently serving military, the immediate family of troops killed in action, and our brave current and former first responders. These tickets are a meaningful way to say thank you to America's heroes. And now we want you to be part of the mission. Got extra tickets to concerts, games, or special events? Or want to see if you qualify? We want you to go to vettix.org and firsttix.org today. Give something to those who gave.
Struggling to pay your house payment? Apply for the Team Kentucky Homeowner Assistance Fund today at protectmykyhome.org. It provides up to $60,000 for Kentuckians with a COVID-related financial hardship. The money can be used for mortgage bills, utility payments, insurance premiums, property taxes, and HOA fees. Applicants must meet certain criteria to receive assistance. Check your eligibility today at protectmykyhome.org. This ad was sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation and this station.
Grayson trails 4-0 here in the fifth inning of play. And really, if you're Grayson, you need a run in this inning, worst kind of way. And the positive is that you got the top of the order. So it'll be Chase Bonnock to lead off here for Grayson. He was called out at home on a play a couple of innings ago. He's been the lone runner to be able to cross the plate, or to even get close to crossing the plate for Grayson against Aiden Bratcher, who's sitting at 81 pitches. We mentioned in the last inning that Jeffrey Johnson was warming up. Johnson, the center fielder for the Green Wave, so we could see him at some point in this inning if Grayson can strand together a couple of runs. Bonnock has been hit by a pitch and struck out. First one is a ball. We couldn't tell as to what it was. Again, we do not have view of the umpire here from our vantage point, and we usually have to just look at the scoreboard sometime if we can't tell what it is. And that is 3 straight out of the zone here to start the fifth inning for Chase Bonnock, and I think you're red lighting here maybe on the first 2 pitches. Make him throw you 2 strikes. That's right down Broadway for a call. No, it actually isn't. It's a ball. It looked good from our vantage point. Must have been outside, and the leadoff runner is on for Grayson County in the fifth. Landon Haycraft with a runner on first. Grayson trails 4-0 in the bottom of the fifth inning. Haycraft laced a double down the right field line back in the first, but was stranded on third in that inning. First one from Bratcher in there for a called strike. High chopper. Tough play for the second baseman Cockrell. He'll throw on, get Haycraft by half a step down at first. On the high chopper, advancing down to second is going to be Bonnock, and it'll be Levi Rogers now. He's 2 for 2 tonight with a couple of singles. Bonnock, runner on second. You need at least one here if you're Grayson. You got to try to start build some momentum, especially because Napier now at 100 pitches. You don't know how much he legally can go left, as he only has 20 pitches remaining. As Garrett Bradley appeared to be warming up right now behind us from our vantage points. But he's going to have to keep an eye on the game because he's in the hole right now. Pitch misses low, and it is 2-0. Bratcher struggling to find the strike zone in this inning. And if you're Meade, you're up by 4. You can't be too confident in the pitching staff here. It's fouled off. What I mean by that is you got to keep an eye on that. The 2-1. Pickoff, not even close, getting Bonnock down at second. Bradley is warming up behind us, though. You'd have to imagine maybe he will come in the next half inning. Rogers fouls it. Well foul behind our vantage point. And the count will go to 2-2. 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning. 4-0 Meade County leads Grayson County here in the 3rd Region quarterfinals. Rogers well outside, and the count will go full. Big pitch coming. Would Jody Nutt maybe start Bonnock? Try and get him to 3rd. He does not, and Rogers fouls it off. There is a Davis County Sheriff that was standing there. I don't think he realized that ball was coming as close to him as he does. He watches it bounce by. 3-2 one more time to Rogers. He's seen a lot of pitches today, and that's high. Ball 4, 2 runs on with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning, and a mound visit is coming. Will this maybe be a pitching change for the Green Wave? We'll have to see. Aiden Bratcher sitting at 94 pitches here in this inning. Jeffrey Johnson was warming up in the last half inning. There's a conversation happening right now. Chase Bonnock, the runner on 2nd. Rogers, the runner on 1st. Cam Fulkerson will be the hitter, and this does not appear to be a pitching change mound visit, unless, I mean, you just don't usually see that happen. You'll see this sometimes in professional baseball where they have somebody warming up in the bullpen where the coach will talk until the umpire reaches them to give a couple of more throws, but it's not necessarily the scenario here. And they're breaking up the mound visit now. Cougars have had their opportunities tonight. Stranded a lot of runners on base. Had one runner cut out at the plate as well. And at some point, you're going to have to find one of these runs to cross the plates. 4-0. Runner on 2nd is Bonnock. Runner on 1st is Rogers. Fulkerson, who's 0 for 1, walked in the last plate appearance, comes in. And first pitch is ball 1. Bratcher struggling to find the strike zone in this inning. Only 35.7% of his pitches have gone for a strike in the inning. And that percentage is going to rise a little bit with a called strike on the outside corner. 1-1. High and inside, diving out of the way of that is Cam Fulkerson. The 2-1 coming to Fulkerson. Runners on 1st and 2nd. 1 down in the 5th. Big moment for Grayson. Runners are off. Ground ball to the 2nd baseman, Cockrell. He'll get Fulkerson at 1st, but the runners do advance to 2nd and 3rd on the hit and run play, and Fulkerson almost was able to send that into the outfield, which would have easily plated Bonnock. Garrett Bradley, now the biggest at bat of his young career. You've got runners in scoring position yet again for Grayson. And first one to Bradley is ball 1. Next pitch will be pitch number 100 of the game for Aiden Bratcher. And pitch number 100 is a called strike. Bradley, this season, swings and misses. Got enough of it to foul it off. Found a way to get on base a lot, but right now getting on base doesn't necessarily help you. You got to find a way to get on base and ideally via a hit to not get a run. A walk doesn't really help you. Here comes the 1-2 pitch with 2 down in the 5th. Bonnock dances off a 3rd, trying to get into the eye line of Bratcher, and Bradley strikes out. We're through 5. Grayson County strands runners on base yet again. We head to the 6th. It's 4-0. This is Cougar Baseball on K105.
When you're on a boat, it's a joyful exploration of life.
And I don't know one person that hasn't dipped below the water and had a life-changing experience.
The best thing about boating is getting out on the open water.
It's not a country club. It's for everybody.
My name is Irene. My job is community school coordinator. My mom taught us that it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can always find a way to help. We started the pantry because the needs were so great. We're very fortunate to have the food bank just a few miles down. I just want our kids to experience what other kids experience and learn to say, what do I want to be when I grow up? And not worry about food.
Grayson County has stranded 8 runners on base in this inning. And they trail 4-0 here in this game as we head to the 6th. Gage Napier back out for another inning of work. And honestly, I think Gage has thrown the ball pretty well tonight. He's proven himself to be one of the better pitchers in this region. The Cougars are leaving a lot of runs on base, and the Green Wave have found a way to knock those runs in. As it'll be 9-1-2 in the order here for Meade County. As Jeffrey Johnson has struck out and grounded out against Napier today. For Napier, 9 hits, 4 earned runs, a walk, 7 strikeouts. He has stranded 7 runners on base. There's been a lot of runs on base, 15 combined between these two teams. The thing is that Meade County has been able to at least put some of those across the plate. Blown right by Jeffrey Johnson for strike 1. 4-0 Green Wave lead. Looking for their first win in the region tournament in 3 years. Grayson hasn't won in the region tournament in 11 years. There is a different pitcher now warming up in the Meade County bullpen. Called strike to Johnson as it's Talon Ledford now warming up. Ledford, an ERA about 3.3. Johnson warmed up in the last half inning. Fly ball, left center field. It's hit a ton. Going back and making a nice play is Garrett Bradley to adjust and make a great play in the outfield. As that ball just kept carrying and carrying and carrying, and Bradley at the last second adjusted to make a really nice play out and left. Back to the top of the order. Grayson Rhodes, 1 for 3 tonight. And swing and a miss from Napier. Really nice play made by the Cougar left fielder. And it's fouled off. Cougars have played some decent defense here tonight. Case Rogers has played an outstanding second. That's fouled off. In fact, I would argue that Case Rogers probably played his best game at second of his career tonight. And down on the strikes goes Grayson Rhodes. And there's 2 down here in the 6th. If you're Gage Napier, you got to keep this game at 4-0. Your bats have been there. And that's the thing that you're hoping for Grayson, is at some point the dam has to break. The issue is the dam might break and it's too late. And you got to find a way to put some of these runs across the plate. Lucas Hale, he's had Napier's number today. He's doubled and homered. Also popped up. Called strike from Napier. Shows bunt, and it's fouled. I always find it interesting when you've hit a homer and you've hit a big double why do you bunt? I get you're trying to throw off the team and such, but swing away, man. You've had a hot bat. And he swings away there, and it's popped off to the concession stand. No, I want to thank our friends here at Whitesville Trinity. They run an A-plus tournament. They did for the basketball tournament, and they have here so far from what we've seen today. Had some nice barbecue down in the trailer that we're in here. Listen, if you feed the media, we're going to be happy. And I'm also happy at a strike three swinging of Lucas Hale. Bottom of the sixth inning is next. Cougs need some runs. They trail 4-0. This is Cougar Baseball on K105.
If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, Kentucky's law enforcement is ready and willing to help you start your recovery journey. The KSP Angel Initiative is a voluntary program that connects Kentuckians with addiction recovery resources. All you need to do is visit your local KSP post and tell a trooper that you need help. You can also call the KY Help Call Center at 833-8KY-HELP or visit findhelpnowky.org to begin your recovery journey.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMaster for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at SOHD.info.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
New pitcher for Meade County is going to be Jeffrey Johnson in the bottom of the sixth inning. He'll be facing 6, 7, 8 in the order for Grayson County, starting with Jet Hawkins. And there's probably nobody more excited to see Aiden Bradshaw off the mound than Jet Hawkins, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out tonight. Jeffrey Johnson will get you his stats after the 1-0 pitch. And Hawkins, a high chopper up the middle, underneath the glove of the shortstop, Pierce, and goes in to center field for a base hit. I'm going to call that a hit. That took a weird hop. You've got very quick runner down at first. That's an infield base hit for Jet Hawkins. And there's a leadoff runner on base for Grayson County. Jeffrey Johnson. His 13th game, record of 2-1, does have a save and an ERA just above 2, 48 strikeouts, only 10 walks in 30 and a third innings of pitched. Hawkins is off and running. The throwdown is not in time. Oh, he's out! They call him out at second. I don't think he was out at all. In fact, I don't think it was relatively close from our vantage point. And I believe they're going to say a swing and a miss on the play. That was a hit and run. Napier just missed. That misses low. Hawkins caught stealing. Something he doesn't really do. I believe it is a 1-1 count now. I thought Hawkins was safe from our vantage point. There's a swing and a miss. I believe it's now 1-2 is the count. 1-2 pitch to Napier, bounces in the dirt, and it is 2-2. The hit and run doesn't work to Grayson County's advantage, and Hawkins appeared to be safe. Umpire down at second disagrees on the call. 2-2 to Napier is popped off right side, and a play is made by Bratcher behind first for the second out of the inning. As the changes to Stansbury moved from first to center, as Johnson came from center to the mound and Bratcher moved from the mound to first. Those are the defensive changes. Jake Bratcher has flown out and walked. He's 0 for 1 today. And swing and a miss. First pitch to Bratcher. Cougars trail 4-0 here in the bottom of the sixth inning. They've had their opportunities, just haven't been able to get any of those runs across the plate. Swings and a miss at the pitch there, and it is 0-2 to Bratcher against Jeffrey Johnson. The 0-2 is a little dribbler to the first baseman. Bratcher, he'll take it. He'll step on first, and that is the inning. We head to the seventh. Cougars trail 4-0. This is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive. If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Cougars trail 4-0, top of the seventh inning here from Whitesville, Kentucky. And the third region baseball quarterfinals. Wind has begun picking up even more here. It'll be 3-4-5 in the order for the Green Wave against Gage Napier, who is at 112 pitches. So Gage only has 8 pitches to work with. But as a reminder, that rule is that if he is at 119 pitches and he hits 120, he finishes the at-bat that he's in. So, I mean, by technicality, he could throw a million pitches if he wanted to, if they just kept fouling off. It's the first pitch to Aiden Bratcher is in there for a called strike. There's a ground ball. Third baseman Bratcher on the low hop has it. He'll throw across. And there is the first out here of the seventh inning of play. Austin Stansbury, the center fielder. And 1 for 3 tonight. He's struck out, grounded out, and singled and came around to score. Really showed off his wheels on that. And the first one is a ball from Napier. Tell you, Jody Nutt would really like Gage to finish this out. There's a high fly ball, shallow right field. Hawkins charges, makes the play for the second out of the seventh inning. For the Cougars in the seventh, they will have 9-1-2. Chaffins, Balmock, Haycraft. They will need at least 4 to extend their season, 5 to advance to the semifinals. Josiah Pierce, 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts against Gage Napier And the first one from Gage is ball 1. For Napier today, does have 9 strikeouts, trying to cross that 10 strikeout mark again this season. And he has had Pierce's number tonight. Blows it right past him for a swinging strike. Cold strike at the knees from Napier. And it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Napier looking for strikeout number 10 on the game. And it's outside, and the count will go even. Break even from Napier is a ground ball. Second baseman Rogers throws on to his older brother Levi Rogers, and that is the inning. Cougars need 4 runs in the 7th to extend their season. We'll see if they can do it next, as this is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family. Close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
Bottom of the 7th inning of the 3rd region quarterfinals. Grayson trails 4-0. Gage Napier watches a first pitch, Grayson Chaffins, watches a first pitch called strike. The 0-1 pitch coming to Chaffins. Back in there for strike 2. Cougars need 4 runs in this inning to extend it, 5 to win it, or their season will come to an end with a record of 15-14. The 0-2 to Chaffins, and he'll go down on strikes against Jeffrey Johnson. Back to the top of the order. Chase Bonnock reached base twice. A walk and a hit by pitch. That did extend his on-base streak to 18 straight. It's just one of these where you need one base runner at a time. You're still in slam range, but you can't get there without anybody reaching base. That's ball 1 to Bonnock. 1-0, swing and a miss. You look at this Grayson County team, though, and there's going to be some nice expectations next year. You lose, though, 3 really talented players. Lose your number 2 pitcher and Levi Rogers, one of your better bats, and Levi as well. You lose your starting catcher and Landon Haycraft, who's turned into being one of your better bats as well. And you lose Grayson Chaffins as well, who only played the 1 year, but really stepped into an important role for Grayson County. There's a strike to Bonnock, the 1-2 pitch. Inside. And the count will even up here at 2-2. Winner will face Owensboro tomorrow evening at 7:30. Meade County trying to see and make sure that will be them. And there is a called strike 3, and the Cougars are down to their final out. That'll be Landon Haycraft. He doubled back in the first inning. The senior trying to make sure that This is not his last ever plate appearance. And Haycraft, foul ball. Is it foul? It is foul. Down the first base line. First base umpire Paul Leachman had to dive out of the way of that one, and in the process, it took him a couple extra seconds to signal it was foul. And I think some of the other umpires are giving him a little smack, talking a little smack for him diving out of the way of that one. He's saying, it took me a second there. The 0-1 to Haycraft, check swing. He did hold up, at least from my vantage point, needed. It is ball. So one pro to having the 4-umpire crew today is on those check swings, you're actually going to get a good look at it. Leachman was watching down from the first base umpire's box. The 1-1 is fouled off, and the Cougars down to their final strike now, trying to avoid being shut out in their final game this season of the quarterfinals. Meade County trying to advance to the quarters. The pitch, line drive foul down that first base line. Levi Rogers awaits in the on-deck circle. Couple of seniors trying to extend the year for Grayson. 1-2 pitch, bounces in the dirt. Nice stop by Brown behind the dish. Stay tuned in to our extra innings show. We'll have our hometown hangout MVP later on tonight. Haycraft, ground ball, shortstop Pierce. He picks, he fires, and that is the game. Grayson County falls tonight to Meade County by a final score of 4-0. They will finish their regular season with a 15-14 record. We'll come back, jump into extra innings after this. Again, your final score, Meade County 4, Grayson County 0. This is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true. We've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. Innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at mda.org today.
Thanks to your support, the nonprofits VetTix and First Tix have given away tens of millions of tickets and counting to vets currently serving military, the immediate family of troops killed in action, and our brave current and former first responders. These tickets are a meaningful way to say thank you to America's heroes. And now we want you to be part of the mission. Got extra tickets to concerts, games, or special events? Or want to see if you qualify? We want you to go to vettix.org and firsttix.org today. Give something to those who gave.
Tough night to be a Cougar tonight. They fall in the third region quarterfinals to Meade County by the final score of 4-0. The final line score tonight for Meade County, 4 runs on 9 hits and no errors. For Grayson County, no runs on 4 hits and 2 errors. The winning pitcher is Aiden Bratcher. He goes 5 innings, allows 3 hits, 4 walks, and strikes out 9. Loss is sounded to Gage Napier. He goes 7 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, a walk, and 9 strikeouts. RBI-wise for Meade County today, they spread it out. Rhodes, Hale, Bratcher, and Brown each have 1 RBI today. Hit-wise, Levi Rogers goes 2 for 2, also reached base via the free pass. Landon Haycraft and Jet Hawkins also had hits for the Cougars. 4-0 is the final score for Meade County. Coming up on extra innings, we might talk to Coach Nutt. I'm not sure if he'll have the time to talk to us. Obviously, talking to his team is much more important in a scenario like that. But we'll also give away our Hometown Hangout MVP. A couple of different candidates for this. I got a couple that I'm stewing in my mind as well, but one is coming to mind off the top. So we'll take a break and have more after this with the Hometown Hangout MVP. Again, your final score in the third region quarterfinals. Grayson County falls by the final tally of 4-0. It's Cougar Baseball on K105.
Respiratory viruses are making children sick across Kentucky. Children even get hospitalized at higher rates. But there's one easy way to protect our families. Get immunized. Pediatricians recommend staying up to date on all routine immunizations like flu, RSV, whooping cough, COVID-19, and measles. Most immunizations and boosters are even free. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. Sponsored by Kentucky Voices for Health and aired by the Kentucky Broadcasters Association and this station.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMaster for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at SOHD.info.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Owensboro Health offers excellent care for your entire family. Close to home in Grayson County with locations in Litchfield, Big Clifty, and Caneyville. Our primary care providers are experts in managing high blood pressure, diabetes, and other chronic conditions, so you can stay healthy and feel your best. Make an appointment today with one of our primary care providers at owensborohealth.org/primary care.
Welcome back to Whitesville Trinity, where Grayson County falls tonight in the third region quarterfinals by the final tally of 4-0. The scoring, how it went down here today, it got started in the first inning for Meade County. After a great play made by Case Rogers at second base, Hale doubled over the head of the left fielder Garrett Bradley. He came around to score on a base hit up the middle by Bratcher. And the Green Wave led 1-0 before Grayson County even had a swing of the at-bat. Cougars then in the bottom of the first inning loaded the bases up and could not get any runs across the plate, and that was really a story of this game. Stranding runners on base for Grayson County. The third inning led off for Meade County with a home run by Lucas Hale to make it 2-0. The Cougars then would answer, loading the bases up again, but again could not get any across in the third inning. And it was just that kind of night. In the third, Rhodes knocked in Honecker to make it 3-0. And then Meade County would add another insurance run in the fifth on the double by Brown, scoring Flaherty to make it 4-0. Cougars had plenty of opportunities in this game, but stranded just too many runners. And because of that, Meade County advances into the third region semifinals for the first time since 2022, whereas the Cougars season ends here tonight. So Cougars strand 8 runners on base. The base is loaded a couple of times as well, and when you do that, bad things usually will follow, and a season comes to end because of that. Time to give out our Hometown Hangout MVP, and you know what? We'll tell you that after this, as this is Cougar Baseball on K105.
If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, Kentucky's law enforcement is ready and willing to help you start your recovery journey. The KSP Angel Initiative is a voluntary program that connects Kentuckians with addiction recovery resources. All you need to do is visit your local KSP post and tell a trooper that you need help. You can also call the KY Help Call Center at 833-8KY-HELP or visit findhelpnowky.org to begin your recovery journey.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
How do you define success? Is it in the mastery of skills, in teamwork, in responsibility and self-discipline? Is it found through communication or through problem solving, innovation? Is it in the inches of small victories that lead down miles of self-discovery to a destination where potential and purpose meet? Prepared and confident, Grayson County Schools. Success is what you make it.
Hi, I'm Bob with Hometown Hangout Sports Pub and Grill. You might have noticed we don't have fancy decor or celebrity chefs. It's true, we've ignored the trend of upscale dining and extravagant renovations. That gets pretty expensive, you know. And in the end, it's the customer who pays for those upgrades. Not at Hometown Hangout. Our guests come to us for one thing, to have a great time. Whether you're with the family, the whole team, or just friends, you'll love our fun atmosphere, exciting games, and great food. Hometown Hangout on West White Oak. See you after the game.
Cougars fall tonight in the third region quarterfinals against Meade County by the final tally of 4-0. Time to give out our Hometown Hangout MVP for today's game. And I'm going to give it to, something that we don't always do is give it to a defensive player. And I thought Case Rogers today at second base was outstanding. So because of that, I'm going to give Case Rogers our Hometown Hangout MVP for today's game. That'll wrap up our coverage here today and wrap up our coverage here for this season. I want to thank you for joining us all season long. We started back, I don't remember if it was football, soccer, volleyball, or whatever it was back in the month of August. Had a lot of fun this year. And we thank you for joining us this year and going on the journey with us. I mean, football, another outstanding season. Both basketball teams win in the region. Boys finishes the region, runner-up. Baseball makes it back to the region tournament. Softball had a lot of growth as well. There is a lot to like about this, and we thank you for joining us. And listen, August will be here before we know it. Tobacco Bowl, Cougars at Edmondson will be coming very soon. So until then, and until next time, on a night where Grayson County falls by the final score of 4-0, this is Sam Gormley saying so long, everyone.